Oh God. So I want to say hello to everyone. And how is everyone's energy today? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. And today we're going to talk about purpose, how to live in your God given purpose, what it is, why you aren't in purpose, why you aren't on purpose. But yeah, so I apologize about coming on a little late. I had some technical difficulties and it was quite irritating, to say the least. Irritation, you should know that irritation is a branch of anger. All irritation is a branch of anger. So, anger, what is anger? Anger is, it's all control based. You should know that. Control, control. Are you losing control somewhere? Do you think that you are losing control? And when you are angry, just look at where you think or you have lost control at, and boom, there's the anger. That's it. Now, I I really want to get into what's kind of happening in the world today. Like today is blackout day. It's boycott. I honestly did not know about that until this morning, until I had my meeting this morning. And blackout day. You like don't spend any money with the big not blockchain, the big like franchise businesses, Target, McDonald's, Amazon, Burger King, the big franchises, don't spend money there. Today's the day we all boycott. Now, I guess it's a big deal. I guess it's a big deal. And welcome in everybody. Let me know where you guys are listening from. I'm streaming on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So let me know where you guys are listening from. I just want to know oh, Kentucky. Yeah, today is the day where we're not supposed to spend money at the big chain stores. That's a no-go. Okay, that's a no-go. But I've never heard of that. To be honest, I've never heard of that. I've boycotted before. Al Sharpton's talking about it. Andrew Schultz is talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it. Boycott, boycott, boycott. Me personally, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I know that boycotts work if everyone participates and it's more than just one day. A single day, I think the big businesses can take a hit. They'll be willing to forego the money for a single day. And I know Target is kind of in the limelight right now, not really not really allowing, the DEI initiatives. They're removing a lot of the culture inside of Target. So a lot of the people don't want to, I guess, shop there anymore. I don't I don't like trends. I'll tell you that I do not like trends. If you look at any of my my online post in any of my social media platforms, I don't follow trends. I talk about what I talk about because God gives it to me. But nonetheless, that's that. I think people are. I mean, people just don't take things seriously. So this boycott, I don't think it's going to be taken seriously. Black people especially don't take things seriously. They say that they take things seriously, but they really don't. They don't. Collectively, they don't. I mean, you don't take the things that are beneficial seriously, to be honest. You take binge watching Netflix, you take that seriously. That seems to be a serious topic for you. So you'll make efforts to not work on business, to not work on communication, to not increasing your vocabulary, because Netflix is more important. The demon of sloth is deep inside of your mind. Did you guys hear about the cancer-causing materials found in braiding hair? It's proven now that there are materials in the braids that people use to put in their hair, that it is causing cancer. It's causing cancer. And I want you guys to know, I've always been against fake hair. You don't need fake hair. Even if you have a health condition that, makes you lose hair. Look, I'm bald. I'm speaking from experience. I don't need fake hair. If I needed fake hair, I'd buy some and I'd glue it on. Clearly, my health, the skin on top of my head, it's not healthy enough to grow hair. So I just shave it off. Now, this should apply to you women as well. Trust me, I've seen beautiful women who have no hair. But I understand fashion. I understand trends. Did you know that wearing wigs, is more than likely creating a curse in your life? I know I just scared some people off there, but it's true. These people overseas, they have rituals. They have rituals where they cut the woman's hair. All the woman's hair, they cut it out, and they consider it like the bad omens. Her demons are now being cut from her. They just sell that to you. So now you are wearing a curse, and you wonder why your temperament is the way it is. You wonder why you have issues understanding or misinterpreting people. It's because you're cursed. Now, I really want you guys to take that into consideration. A lot of the men prefer you as a woman without fake hair. With your real hair. And I know you're gonna say, well, I'm not doing it for the men. Do you like women? Are you doing it for the women? No, so you don't like women. You say you want to do it. You're doing it just for yourself. All right. When you're doing it for yourself, and you you are you're feeling good. Why do you feel good? Why do you feel good? It's because other people's approval. It just flows right back into that. It's true. Okay? And of course, today's topic is on purpose. Okay? Today's topic is about purpose. Your purpose. Purpose in life. Existential purpose. Purpose that is alive and well for everybody. Purpose. What's the purpose of hair? Did you know? Like, is there a purpose for hair? You know, Medusa had hair that froze men and turned them into stone. Isn't that crazy? Medusa must have been a black woman with locks. Hair. Well, purpose is always tied to design. Purpose is always tied to design. Do you guys know the design of hair? And I understand it can get like all down to the chemicals and stuff and sciencey stuff. But to discover design, I want you guys to consider discovering the definition. Purpose is in the design, and designs are displayed by a definition. Give me the owner's manual of this card. Can I see the definition of hair? Hair, the word hair, it means to stand out. To stand out. Purpose. Do you know demons have purpose? Demonic purpose. It's called purpose for a reason. Purpose. Well, what's the design of purpose? What's the definition of purpose? Well, purpose means intent. What's the reason for it? Intent. Intention. Well, let's look up the word intent. Intent. That doesn't even make sense. Intention. Intent. Intent. Oh, it means purpose. It means goal. Okay? An intent of anything. The intention of anything, it means goal. What is the goal? And the word goal, it means to the end point of a race. The word goal means the end point of a race. The end point of a race. The end point of a race. So, purpose means the end point of a race. Did you know that most people don't have goals in life? Thus, they have no purpose. You have no purpose. You have no purpose because you don't even set goals. And I know it feels like I'm talking to a 12-year-old. Like, I'm not in elementary school anymore, Kyle. Why are you talking to me about goals? Because the problems that you have are all simply solved. Like every problem that you have, it has simple solutions. Very simple. You don't have purpose? Figure out your goals. And what are your goals in life? And if you don't know your goals, trust me, it's not to get rich. Getting rich is not a goal. That's a dream or an aspiration. That's not a goal. To be healthy is not a goal. It's a dream. it's an aspiration. You never attain those. That's why, like, so if one of your goals is to get rich, how much is rich to you? Okay, what's the end point of that? What's the end point of that? Is it $500,000 a month? A year? Is it $1 million a year? You have to be the deciding point of that. Your goals. Your goals in life have to be defined. You can't think lazy. So there's a demon that is anti-goal, this demon is anti-effort and gets you to even think or assume that your thinking pattern is too much effort. I don't want to think so hard. I just want to relax. And this demon is the demon of sloth. Sloth. Belphegor. This demon, Belphegor. Belphegor is the ruler of one of the 7 deadly sins. The sin is called sloth. To avoid your responsibilities. The sin of just being lazy. But oftentimes, you're even lazy with your thinking. You don't even want to solve problems. You have to think in order to solve problems. This demon tricks you by getting into your mind thinking that effort is evil. Okay? Effort is not evil. Effort is required. You need effort. But you think I'm talking to, like, this is not entertaining, and you're probably not going to retain any of this information because the demons are inside of your head, in your mind, and your world is painted completely different. You would rather put more effort in relaxing and binge watching Netflix because the demon is making you feel this way. Feel. The feeling is tricking you. The feeling is tricking you. Most people fail because of their feelings. Congratulations, you are letting your emotions rule your life. Congratulations, your emotions are now your gods. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. Purpose. So what's your purpose? What's the goals? What are your goals in life? And if they are not defined, then you have no goals. You're living a life of misery. And there's a lot of examples, principles in the Bible that lead you to what your goal or your purpose is. Purpose. The greatest among you will be a servant. That's what the Bible says. The greatest among you will be a servant. But the devil, these demons, as soon as I said servant, you probably felt something in your chest. You probably felt something really icky in your chest. Something that made you feel bad. Is he saying that I have to be a slave? No. Slaves are bad. Nobody needs to be a slave, but you will be a servant. And another principle that the Bible gives you, it says, come on, be fruitful and multiply. There you go. Be fruitful and multiply. So being fruitful and multiplying, and the greatest among you will be a servant. How does that fit into a 9-to-5 job? What's the purpose of your 9-to-5 job? Do you think you're ever going to get rich of being in your 9-to-5 job? No, because like the Bible, Be fruitful and multiply. You have to be fruitful in order to multiply. The more you serve, the more seeds you plant. The more seeds you plant, the more people pay you. You need multiple checks, not just one coming in. But you guys think that service or being a servant is some type of slavery. I have no clue why this is, to be honest. I have no clue. Zero clue how this has even came to be. But you think that it's hard being in your 9 to 5 job, that I just can't get ahead, that these politicians are supposed to be the ones that increase the minimum wage. It's true. Your 9 to 5 job is not designed to make you rich. It's not designed to get you to thrive. It's true. But the truth is, your 9 to 5 job, the purpose of your 9 to 5 job is to keep you stuck. It's to make you a very hard worker. It's so that you can make somebody else rich. That's the purpose of your 9 to 5 job. Purpose, the intention, the end goal of, or the end point of the race, the goal. The goal of your 9 to 5 job is not to make you rich. It's not to get you to go on vacation. It's not to get you to be fruitful and multiply. It's not. And guess what? Being fruitful and multiplying, that's a command. God commanded us to do that. And anything that God commands us to do and we don't do, that's a sin. I'm sorry, I'm telling on some people today. You're not designed to be an employee. You're not. But most of us are. And we're saying, work harder. Work harder. You know, some of the hardest workers are poor. Some of the hardest workers are simply flat out poor. But don't worry. Don't worry. It doesn't matter how you feel. Just be a good girl. Be a good boy. Go back into work. You're concerned about being a servant when you're already a slave. So here's something about wisdom. Wisdom is applied knowledge. If you know that you need to start business and you don't, you're not wise. You're not wise. If you know that going to the gym makes you healthy and you don't, you're not wise. You can't call yourself wise. You just can't. You guys just need to know everything has purpose. What's the purpose of life? Life itself. Well, it's to please God. Life, not your life, just life itself. Life, the purpose of it is to please God. People think we're supposed to serve God. No, we're not supposed to serve God. We're supposed to please God. We're supposed to serve people. People, you're supposed to be a good servant to people, not to God. Why? Because God does not need you. God doesn't need me either. He created us. He was here long before that, and he'll be here long before you and I go too. But purpose, if purpose is an indication of design, what's the design of life? What is the design of life? Well, life, the word means spiritual existence imparted by God. So even life itself, even in the definition of life, it's telling you that itself is a present by God. life, spiritual existence imparted by God. The purpose of life is to please God. I don't understand. Somebody's at the door. I will be right back. Sorry about that. You know, um, that was a distraction. And there's a purpose for distractions too. There's a purpose for distractions. Distractions are only here to derail you, to disrupt progress. To disrupt progress. And here's one thing about a distraction from another person. Only a person not in their purpose can distract you. Only a purposeless person can distract you. Only a distracted person can ever distract you. If I'm in my purpose and I am, building my business and I'm doing my thing, there's no possibility of me distracting you. The purpose of distractions are to distract, to derail, to disrupt, to dismantle, to destroy. Guess who doesn't distract you? God, his angels, patience, virtue. All these things, only the devil and demons distract. Now, while I was up there, I got some sunflower seeds. And now my dogs are staring at me because they want some too. But purpose is something that your life needs. Your life needs, okay? Like your brain has a purpose. Your brain is an organ. The purpose of your brain, thinking. That's the only purpose of your brain. Thinking. That's the only purpose of your brain. Your mind is the purpose of your mind, spiritual connection. Spiritual connection, not the brain. The mind is not an organ. It's kind of crazy, but it's true. It's crazy. Like, what is an idea? An idea is an idea is intuition. Idea is intuition. An idea is something very unique because it's not a thought. An idea is not a thought. You don't come up with your own ideas. It's a concept inside of God's mind. That's literally what the word idea means. Can you fathom what that means? That literally means the opinion of God, and you get to witness it. Witnessing God's opinion, we call that an idea. Once I realized that, something shifted in all of my teachings. I then had to. Because now I discovered that your mind is the connection to the spirit world. And you guys might not believe it, but it's true. Come up with a new idea. New, not innovative, not something that's just a mixture of things that you've already come across. Like a gummy bear rhinoceros, that's not new. Does it exist? Maybe. Is it real? No. Definitely not on this planet. But we know gummy bears, and we know what a rhinoceros is. That is something that is very, very unique. And when you master your mind, I'm telling you, when you master your mind, you master anything. Not your brain. You cannot master your brain. Because your brain is kind of like autopilot. It just thinks. It thinks. Your mind, this is where your imagination is. It's inside of your mind. And what's the purpose of your imagination? Purpose. What's the intent of your imagination? What's the end point of your imagination? The end point of your imagination is to create and form, to form and manipulate images. To create and form images. Oh, now I gotta look it up. I thought I knew it off the top of my head. Imagination. Okay, there you go. Faculty of the mind which forms and manipulates images. Faculty of the mind that forms and manipulates images. That's the purpose of your imagination. Faculty of the mind that forms and manipulates images, not pictures. So the thing that you have on your phone with my perfect beard, that's a picture. Okay, it's a digital picture. It's not an image. These are good. Your mind is something that if you don't learn how to master it, the demons will continue to present images in your mind and then you blindly accept it. The Bible does not say anything about an idle mind. It's a devil's workshop. I know a lot of people say that. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that. But in many parts of the Bible, it actually kind of infers that. Like it hints at, hey, if you don't manage your mind, then you will like do bad things. Like your life's not really gonna go too well. And that's what they mean by an idle mind. Like idling your car on a cold day. You turn the car on for like 5, 10, 15 minutes and it's idling. It just means unmanaged. Your brain is unmanaged. Your mind is not your brain. Your mind is unmanaged. Okay? An unmanaged mind is the devil's workshop. Unmanaged lips, idle lips. It says idle lips are the devil's mouthpiece. Okay? Gossip. The word gossip means idle talk. It means idle talk, unmanaged talk. This is why gossiping is a sin. When you gossip, you are teaming up with at least one other person to cast curses on people. Some of these people you have never even met. Like, I understand a lot of people don't like Donald Trump. A lot of people don't like Joe Biden. Whatever. When you are talking about them with other people, like, oh, I don't like them. I just don't like them. That is gossip. You are teaming up to supercharge a curse against somebody. That's a sin. Unmanaged talking. Your mouthpiece. The devil's running this. So don't do it. You have to mind your manners. And I know it seems like I'm talking to like 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds. I'm sorry your mom didn't teach you this. I'm sorry your teachers, your pastors still don't teach you this. Your life can be so much better. And like the topics, like especially when I see people online and they start talking and yapping their mouth about, oh, I just black out, and they kind of joke about how they don't have control over what they say. Oh, I'll curse somebody out in a second. Curse? Why would you put curses on somebody? Why would you put a curse on somebody? Why would you curse somebody? It's as bad as somebody physically hitting you, or you hitting them. I really, really want you guys to understand purpose. Like money. What's the purpose of money? Anybody on YouTube, what's the purpose of money? Tell me. What's the purpose of money, TikTok? Let me know right now. Money, quickly. I know people are in here. To purchase something. Simone said to purchase something. Okay. Money is a store of value. It is a reflection of how much value you have. Okay? Somebody on YouTube, dude on here, I like that name. I really do. Said bartering value. So value, yeah, it's about value. Money is about value. Money is currency. Money is currency. The more value that you currently have, that you are in possession in the now. So how much people are you serving now, right now? Not yesterday, not in the future, right now. How big is your business? How many people are buying your product? How many people are in your coaching program? How many people are reading your books right now? That's a reflection on why you don't have much money. And I'm being dead serious. That's the exact reason why you don't have much money. How much you are serving people in the moment. But people think money is evil. Money is not evil. I'll tell you, money is not evil. Okay? Evil is evil. Money is a tool. Okay? In business, rich people use money to buy time. Poor people use money to buy status. It's true. It's true. Okay? Rich people use money to buy time. Okay? Poor people use money to buy status. So remember, guys, a distracted person is the only type of person that can ever distract you. And if you are a healer, because I see people in the comment section on TikTok, if you have the spiritual gift of healing, you are not supposed to fix people. You're not supposed to like help people. You're not a helper. You're not an assistant. You're not a fixer. These people who are possessed by demons will use your emotions to waste your time. Emotions are not even real. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be the first person to let you know. Emotions are not real. They never were real. They never were real. You don't believe me? Why? Because you can feel it. I can feel my agony. I can feel my anger. I can feel my depression, my sadness. Prove it. Put it underneath the microscope. Show me the single cell organism called sadness or anger. What does this animal look like? What does anger eat? Is it on Earth? Is it on Mars? Like, what is anger? Like, for real, emotions are not real. You think emotions are real because you are detecting something. Is the darkness real? And now we're kind of getting into the matrix, but is the darkness real? Anger does not eat your happiness. So, is the darkness real? No, it's not. But I can see darkness. I know you can detect darkness, but it's still not real. Take a scoop of darkness. Take a scoop of darkness and put it underneath a microscope. Put it underneath the microscope and examine if you can see anything there. No, there's not going to be anything moving. There's nothing there. It's not real. It has no physical existence. Emotion. What is the purpose of emotion? Remember, the design is always projecting purpose. Design is always projecting purpose. One last time. Design is always projecting purpose. So when you are emotional, when you are experiencing an emotion, let's say anger, since people are on that, and anger controls people a lot, or influences them a lot. Anger, okay, anger is rooted in the idea that you are losing control. I said that at the beginning of the live stream. When you are full of anger, what's happening? You just want this person to talk to you differently. You want this person to take a step back. Yeah, don't hit me anymore. Don't curse at me. Like, anger is control based. All anger is control based. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be in your with your money. It could be with your kids. It could be with your job. It could be with your purpose in life. It could be like your relationship, like with your husband or wife. Anger. And there are many branches of anger: irritation, frustration, rage, ambition, passion, sorrow. All that you want to do is change something. It's control based. Nostalgia. Being homesick. That's what the word nostalgia means. Being homesick. That's a branch of anger. You want to get back to the good times. Bring the good times back. That's why nostalgia is painful. It sucks experiencing nostalgia. So, I want you to know that emotions, the design of the emotions is to indicate your experience with another human. All right? It's to indicate your experience with another human. So your experience with your children, it might make you happy, proud. Okay? That is an emotion. How's that an emotion? Well, design is always discovered in the definitions. Okay? Design is always discovered inside of the definitions. So, when you are looking at the word emotion, what's the purpose of emotion? Remember, design projects purpose, okay? But design is always discovered in the definition. So if you just keep digging down, you dig down to the deepest part, it's in the definition. So emotion means social agitation. Social. Keyword, social. Not isolated. If you are 100% alone, not just physically, but even in your mind, if you're thinking about this mouse, okay, this mouse, and it's only the mouse, there's zero emotion there. You cannot have an emotion when there's no even thought of another human. This is why the definition of emotion is social agitation. So happiness is an emotion. It's an emotion. Your ability to distinguish the differences of purpose is down inside of the definition. But the demon of sloth, the demon of sloth, even though it's the demon of laziness, it's the demon that's most at work. We all don't want to think too much. We all don't want to think too much because in the beginning was the Word. Did you know that you have to think with words? You have to you can't think without words. Even your thought process requires words. But to get anything started, that's where the hardest part is. That's why, like, going to the gym, that's the hardest part. When you're at the gym, okay, it sucks, but you know what? You'll just work out and you'll go home. It's getting up in the morning. It's the getting up in the morning that's the worst part. It's the worst. You just want to lay there. The start of anything, that's where the momentum shift occurs. And changing your momentum, that is the most difficult part in any aspect. Any aspect. That's called inertia. Inertia. Oof. Sorry. You know, back in the day, I would go to church. I don't go to church anymore, but I would go to church and I would look at like why do the pastors, the preachers always require like that recuperation time? They're just talking. But as I fell more into my spiritual gift of teaching, I know now, absolutely, you need some R&R after you deliver the message. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. You need some rest and relaxation time. You need to recoup yourself. Now, the purpose of your life. Let's get back on track here. The purpose of your life could be more evident. It could be more evident. It could be you could know more about you, but you don't even try. Like, that's why everyone that I ever have coached, I always tell them, stop asking me how I am doing. You need to ask me, how is your energy? Get me to reflect in the mirror at myself instead of this very surface level, non-committed like gesture. It's fake. It's pseudo. Get real. You need to be able to connect with people. But then there goes the whole like empath thing. This whole wave of empaths. And I love teaching you empaths. I sincerely do. But what ends up happening is you start gossiping about God's gift. You start gossiping about God's provision. He gifted it to you. It's a gift. And you are saying here it's a curse, as if I am going to jump on the bandwagon with you to say, you know what, you're right. It's just so hard. I hate being an empath. Why do you think I would ever join you? By cursing God's gift. I want God's favor. I want favor. Why would I curse that? You know, something else. I just made a post about envy. This demon. Do you know the ruler, the demon that rules over envy? If you do, put it in the comment section. If you do, put it in the comment section. No, you don't. Okay. Leviathan. The demon is called Leviathan. Okay? Leviathan is the ruler of envy. What's the purpose of a ruler? Do you know? The purpose of a ruler. If I rule you, I am like a compass or a yardstick or a meter stick or a protractor. I am here to measure. I'm here to verify. Well, you said you were going here, but you're not. Why not? That's called verification. Rulers verify. Okay? Rulers verify. They have the authority, okay? Because they are the author. And this is, again, purpose is in the design, and design is discovered in the definition. The word rule or ruler, it means author. It also means king. It also means lion. Those three, ruler, king, author, lion. So if I am a ruler, I have authority. I am the author. I write the rules. It's my rules, not yours. That's the purpose of a ruler. But that ruler also has responsibility. And that ruler is also accountable. So if you own a business, if you have business, oh, well, my employees did that. That wasn't me. It's your business. You're the author here. You hired this person. I know we want these people to be like robots and just do what we program them to do, but that's not what they are. And soon robots will probably replace a good portion of the workforce, to be quite honest. And then bartering will come back in full force. I think bartering will be here soon enough. What's the purpose of an empath? What's the purpose of an empath? The person with the spiritual gift of empathy. What's the purpose? The purpose of an empath is to receive, to detect. You are like the walking spiritual antenna. You just keep on receiving. I know you want to be protected. Empaths have zero protection. By the nature of their gift, you are pure reception. You only can take in, only. But luckily, God did not make you as an empath only an empath. He made you with more than one gift. Always. I've never seen only an empath. Never. You're almost certainly a healer as well. And I know people on here thinking I'm talking about tarot cards and all this crazy stuff, zodiac signs. I'm not. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Your gift, your empath gift, Well, empathy means spiritual perception of suffering. So an empath is a person possessed with empathy. You are possessed with empathy, and possessed doesn't mean anything bad necessarily. It's just a process. The process of holding and managing possessed. So, with that being said, you as an empath, you have a responsibility to know how you receive. And how you receive, it's called empathetic. There's a word for that too. Empathetic. Empathetic means the nature of feeling inwards. The nature of feeling inwards. That's what empathetic means. And so, how do you feel in? How do you feel or detect somebody's soul or spirit? Is it through touch? Is it through your eyeballs? Is it with the ears? Like, do you have to hear them talk to you and you're like, okay, this is actually what they're going through. I can feel them. Or is it with spirit? Okay, empathetic. Your purpose is exposed by the design. Discover the design inside of the definition. Okay? So, like, people who are in, how can I say this? People who I'm coaching, people who are my students, very, very little pity. I don't pity people. Yes, your life is hard. My life is hard. Hard times seems to be a very common thing. Common. In fact, every human has that. We all are related in that aspect. Rich people have it hard. It's just a different type of hard. Poor people have it hard. It's a different type of hard. You know, rich people kind of envy poor people to a degree. We look at poor people and we're like, well, they have a lot of free time. Like, they are able to be around their family because they're not always grinding in front of their laptop or on hosting masterminds or anything crazy like that. It's true. Do you know what ambition is? Ambition. And after this, I'll go. Ambition means an inordinate desire for honor or preferment. So, an inordinate desire, meaning a strange, an unordinary desire to be honored, for people to honor you. You really, 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 really want people to honor you, but it's a strange way of, like, it's a strange way to want a friend. Okay, that's ambition. The purpose of ambition, deep down, very, very deep, the end goal of ambition is to tell God that his provisions are not enough. It's weird because you weren't really taught this, but ambition is here to fight God. You don't think God's provision is enough, so you invite ambition and you push God out the way and you said, move, I can do it myself. I can't do it without God. I know I cannot do it without God. Ambition? Me? No. Now me. I plan my life though. I have meetings. I have content. I have a business. I have ebooks. I have coaching programs. I have checklists. I have all this stuff. Am I ambitious? No. The highest bidder cannot get me. Like, So, I just recently had an invite to a podcast. Two actually, and Ashley will know. One of them, I told her only about one, but another invite, I was offered $100,000 to get on the podcast. I had to deny it. I had to deny it. If I were to get on that podcast, it would have ruined my whole platform. It would have ruined my whole platform. All of God's progress here would have ruined my platform. Knowing your purpose, knowing that you are a servant and you're here to serve people. I don't know what to say. You will definitely understand that your life has meaning. It's valid all in itself, but to be honest, you don't think your life has purpose. Because you're not serving anybody. You're only serving one person, and that's your manager. Even if you work at like a restaurant, you're not serving them. You're just providing the food. This is something that I don't know. It's like you guys don't understand your life. You guys don't care about your life. You guys truly do not care about your life. What you care about, you do. What you care about, you do. This is why, like, and an indication of like who you want to be surrounded by when you first meet somebody, anybody. You say, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" "Kyle." "What do you do?" You always ask, "What do you do?" What do I do? Yeah, because it's like back in the day, you would be known by your last name, or like your first name, your family name, which is your last name, and the job that you are or what you offer to the community. So it might be Kyle Woods, or Kyle of the Woods family, and he is a carpenter. It's like, oh, okay, this is good. But the truth is, you guys don't care about yourself. You don't care about yourself. You only care about the image in other people's head about yourself. It's true. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's true. All right, I think I'm about done for today. I will look at some of the comments, guys, and see what is going on in your neck of the woods. I work in childcare, retail. These jobs were given to me by God to serve. So, a misconception that healers have, people who have the spiritual gift of healing, is that they need, or their purpose is to be in a hospital. That's not, number one, that's not service. Again, if you are only getting paid from one person, you are not a servant. You are a slave. It's just titled differently. we call it an employee. You are not a servant. Being a servant is you owning your stuff, your own intellectual property, and spreading it across the masses. We all have our own genius, but we don't use it. We simply don't. I wish you can elaborate more on what we don't care about. Well, what you do is what you care. Your actions are what you care on. Okay? Like, your feelings are not what you care. Like, your feelings are not what you deem critical in your life. What you deem critical is the actions that you take. Okay, the actions, and I mean that wholeheartedly. If you think eating healthy is critical to you, but you only eat fried chicken, guess what? Eating fried chicken is critical to you, not being healthy. You're trying to trick people, but it's not working. You do what you care about. That's just the truth. You do what you care about. What you don't do, you simply don't care about. You're trying to trick people. You're trying to trick people into thinking that you are one type of person when in all actuality, you only want to binge watch Netflix. You only want to hurry up and get off of work to relax. That's the only thing you want to do. Oh, I really want to start writing my book. You've been saying that for 3 years. You've been saying that for 3 years. You don't care about that damn book. That book means nothing to you. Oh, I promise you, I'm really going to get in shape. You don't give a damn about getting in shape. You've been saying that for five New Years in a row. You don't care about getting in shape. Getting in shape is not critical to you. It's what you do that is important to you. And that those demons on the inside try to get you to thinking or feeling that, if I start making social media posts, it's not going to work. I don't know how to make social media posts. I don't have all the lights. I don't know what to, I just don't know. Or my book, I just don't have enough time. You have the same amount of time as I do. I've written several books. You have the same amount of time as I do. You're trying to confuse me, and I'm not confused. I'm watching you. I'm sitting here, and I'm watching you do nothing with your life. Oh, I just want to be better. I want to stop procrastinating. That right there. I want to stop procrastinating. Why can't I? Because it's not important to you. You're letting these demons run you. The fear of failure is a big one for people and their procrastination. Why is the fear of failure a big one? Because Leviathan, envy, the demon of envy, is inside of your head, presenting an image of if you do fail, your family might say, "Oh, I told you so," and then you'll be embarrassed. Is embarrassment really outweighing your possibility of being rich? Really? And what if you do fail? Can you start again? Probably. Actually, you can start again. But the thing is, you're sitting there trying to convince me You're sitting there trying to convince me. You need to convince yourself. That's who you need to convince. Convince yourself. You need to convince yourself. You won't convince yourself. You won't. And you never will. Why? Because you've lied to yourself your entire life. That's probably one of the only things you've gotten used to and comfortable with is you lying to yourself. Do you know what the purpose of comfort is? Being comfortable? Death. That's the purpose. That's the end point of comfort is death. Of course, nobody's going to tell you that. Nobody is ever going to tell you that. So, just do what you feel. Just do what you feel. Do anything what you feel. Go ahead, be comfortable. Your business will be destroyed. Your family will be destroyed. Because work takes effort. Effort is painful. All effort. It might be emotional effort. It might be financial effort. It might be, in your body if you're going to the gym. Effort. Pain. You will experience pain. Social effort. But your life is not important to you. And it must have happened when you were young, when your life stopped being important to you, maybe around 10 to 12 years old. That's probably when your life stopped being important to you. When your courage and your adventure got beat out of you by your parents. When your sense of wonder left and was stolen from you by the education system. When they stopped teaching you how to think and they told you what to think. So now your life is meaningless when God is saying your life is meaningful. And I know for a fact, I know for a fact, if you are procrastinating, you don't even care. You simply don't care. You just want somebody to pander to you. You want somebody to tell you, it's hard, I know it is. Why do I know for a fact? It's because I've built the resources. I have the one-on-one Zoom calls. If you want for me to talk about the demons that are going through you in order to get you to stop procrastinating, I got that. If you want the ebook so that you can have that resource there, I got that. If you want the free checklist on procrastination, I got that. But you guys don't want any of that. Procrastination is not important to you. You just want somebody to make you feel good. It's like, I want everybody to know that my life is the worst life ever. It's like the race to the bottom. Who does this? Why do you guys do this? I'm sorry. I know today was about purpose, but it's bothering me. Okay? It's bothering me because there's so much procrastination going on. There's so much things going on in your life that you could be doing and that you complain about, but you simply don't. When it's free on the internet. It's free on the internet. And you are allowing these demons to trick you into thinking that even researching is too much effort. What the hell do you want with your life? What the hell do you want with your life? it's it's quite irritating from a person in my shoes, listening to so many people complain. But I see now that the devil's campaign is more widespread than I once realized. You guys don't really want the help. You guys want to feel good instead of like you guys want the fish instead of learning how to fish. You don't want people to teach you how to fish so that you can be good for life and that you can teach your own kids or that you can open your own fish market. You just want them to give you the damn fish. It's unwise. It's unwise. It's unwise. I'm sorry, I have to get in y'all. I have to get into y'all today. Y'all need this. I'm sorry. I feel like y'all need this for real. Because y'all don't care about your life. If you were my kids, I'd tell you that too. You don't care about your life. Fix yourself. You need to fix yourself. If you don't fix yourself, who is? And what's the complaining going to do about it? Your emotions are only emotions. They're not real. Okay? They're not real. It doesn't matter how you feel. You're here to please God and serve people, so do that. If you don't, you're sinning. Anyway, all the resources that you're looking for are linked in my bio. For you guys on YouTube, it's linked here in the description. Okay, if you come back to this video, it's linked in the description. After this live stream is over, you have no excuse anymore. You have no excuse anymore why your life is not where you want it to be. It's not. And truth be told, it's not about money either. Your life is not where it's not because you don't have enough money. That's not even true. If I had a Ferrari, and I said I'm selling it, it's brand new. It's brand new. It's brand new for $500. I can give you that Ferrari for $500. You got to get the money by the end of the week. That's it. You would get that. You would find some way to get that $500. You would find some way to get that $500. Why? It's because you know the value of that car. Your life is not valuable to you. You don't think your life is valuable. That's the secret here. You don't think your life has purpose. Not that you don't think, you believe it. That's what you believe. Your life has no purpose. So, what do? You just go with the flow. You go with the flow. Because the flow feels good and it's all about feeling good. You're letting the demon of sloth rule you. You're letting Belphegor, this demon, run your life. So you need to feel good. And if somebody has more, if somebody's rich, you want that. Or you don't necessarily want it. You just want to complain about it. But you just don't want them to have it. So now all rich people are evil. Man, these demons got y'all messed up, man. These demons got y'all messed up. Y'all got to stop this. Anyway, I'm going to stay on a little bit longer, but I definitely want to see some questions. If you have any questions for me, let me know. And I will definitely answer.
Through season from Ted. Traditional dropshipping reset. What we need to do is register with AutoDS. So the quickest, easiest.
Okay, I don't see any questions. Well, with that being said,